A ladder, is it? How convenient.
Ah, excellent find.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
It is hard to find my footing in this darkness. You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my speciality. I've nothing to share at present. This is a powerful weapon. A single bolt loose from it would carry tremendous lethal force.
Ha ha! I can think of all manner of uses for a contraption such as this. Might we not lay a trap for our enemies?
I would gladly be of aid, Arisen. Allow me. Might you consider lightening your pack, Master?
If you've anything edible, I'll gladly lessen your burden. Watch for the hobgoblin!
Fire's fury shan't be of aid against this foe.
Avoid flame at any cost, Arisen. You have been down to
I grant you fire's blaze. Use it well.
I shan't let them harm you.
Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige.
incredible. Never have I encountered such a strategy.
Unbelievable.
Well done.
Am I the first to notice we've all got different vocations?
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
We meet again, Arisen.
Well, oh, there's always demand for weapons. Particularly near the border, where quarrels occur every other day. Always a pleasure.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
These were necessary expenses, mind. No use clinging to every last coin.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their costs.
What the? Aye.
One can never be too careful.
This ox cart's bound for Vernworth. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
You looking for a fight?
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit. Let that be way.
Let my majesty use your weapon for the fury of the elephant. I cannot watch your crowns.
Feast your eyes on this!
Worthy of fortune. Lord save our best will be.
I'll fight something. One more turn, down!
But fast petrol, and our courage shall fall.
We are in need of peace. Allow me. Wait a moment.
Well aimed strike. Right where it hurts.
Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige.
Always gotta be in the thick of things, mate.
It's this way.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
I grant you roaring flame.
That's made my day.
This one's ours, and make no mistake.
Slim pickings of late.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above. What should I do?
Moment I lay down my wished always night. Only had to sleep.
Tis our duty to see this peace protected.
'Twas a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Regarding the...
We shall wait here till your business is done.
So tired. I've barely the vim to tie my boots.
Alms, alms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune
I don't like this place at all.
If our prayers are not heeded, what hope have we?
Oh, I tell you, haven't got any fleas.
If I sleep on my woes, mayhap they'll go away.
What have I done to deserve this?
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I... You can afford perpetual generosity. I hope you will return, should you find the means to give.
The other now, that's not so, and rightly so. As it turned out to be a young boy, gave me a right shock. Let me tell, their faces may match.
Got to sell off what I can.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Couldn't hurt to rest a moment.
Such quietude is a blessing.
The veil would taste twice as fine here. Times are hard. I'm barely scraping by. I've got the chance of getting in anyone's way.
Please like this
In for my next shit.
catch any of my wares.
Oh, you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening. Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. 'Tis none of my concern. The fellow said aught about the usual place.
Peruse at your
I've about had my fill.
Not sure what they expect. I'm no cook, am I?
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen a place with books likely to entice Magistrate Kendrick of the Gracious Hand, there is much we ought to tend to. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, Your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get to the Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, Your Majesty? Are you willing to undertake? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray.
Methinks our travels will progress smoothly on this occasion.
Shall we make for Vernworth Palace?
Can't say I have any tidings to share.
I think...
Welcome.
I'm in no mood for talk.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares. Now, where was I headed?
well met. Well met, son. How might I be of service?
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Ah, excellent find. expense of my duty.
Heavens have forsaken us. All is lost. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. Hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to aid me with another matter. You see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Hand has gone missing. Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner of it. Might I impose on you to search for him?
I suppose it goes without saying that our first step ought to be gathering information.
I quite agree.
Wickedness has no hold. My prayers will surely be rewarded from here.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of material. Result in different creations.
Face it,
I'll claw out his
no
eyes.
one's coming to my rescue. Don't think you're safe just because you're in the city. Monsters have gotten bolder of late. One found its way inside the common quarter just the other night. You could say 'twas an ill... I wonder if building a nice...
Wickedness has no hold upon a tranquil mind. I find such quality. With my duties.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side.
Is Malcolm? We were supposed to go exploring together. Wish he'd woken me up. I was... The pursuit of Besmond was an endless journey.
What about this place makes you nervous?
Time to be heading home.
This place gives me an ill feeling.
I don't know what to do.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
Well met, sir. Might you spare a moment?
Yes, Master! I shall hasten to your aid! My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait right there!
Getting proper rest is an important duty.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Off we go then.
Ready to forge on?
Wouldn't say no to the nice, juicy beast steak.
What should I do?
I've got to make room for my next shipment.
It causes conflict amongst the world.
Good day, sir.
The other day, I chanced to see a most resplendent ox cart on the highway.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
Where could Malcolm have gotten off to? Perhaps you could try asking the other children. I haven't been able to get much out of them myself.
Malcolm? All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered.
Do we report back now?
What a right mess I'm in.
So very tired. We're off.
Vaults, you say? By my knowledge, they were sealed off. Ah, but you mention rubble, aye? Then perhaps the lad found a way through. Come, I fear there's not a moment to lose. Pray, follow me, and quickly. I believe this is the place to which the children were referred. Look, there, a hole. There is naught to be done but have... Let us make haste.
Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boats.
I dare say that's part and parcel of the adventurous trade.
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe freely at last.
Sir Kendrick? You'll never believe what I've found. It's just up ahead. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like some sort of secret workshop.
Truly, perhaps we ought to
We ought to follow close behind.
It's as you say.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. 'Tis a veritable treasure trove of wisdom. Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place with others, Sir Arisen? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused or mistreated. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy, someone who can appreciate its true value. Pray tell me if you know of such an individual. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place.
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go. Let's investigate this place's secret.
Tis quite a collection of tomes. I'm sure I'd be seeing stars were I the scholarly sort.
I quite agree.
We're off to Vernworth Palace then. Could you come over here?
Hoi! How do you do?
You'll not live to regret this!
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
The charge ahead may be to rush headlong into danger. Let us take care to move as one.
We'll manage. Whatever comes. We always do, don't we? Is this a challenge, Arisen, to see who can keep pace?
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
I'm not gonna take that from you.
Well, have you found some place I might sate my scholarly curiosities? Oh, to think such a place existed. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me
It is good to be reunited. Would you mind coming over here?
This should be far enough. My thanks. If you truly are Arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
Follow me, if you would.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen you, it seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication mayhap would be prudent. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray. There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to... 'Tis no simple matter to inflict... Should you fall into the however, I am afraid she will be... Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we worked...
We're going this way now, I suppose. By your will, we're off to Vernworth Palace then. Though I cannot enter the palace myself, I will at least escort you to the entrance. Could you come over here? Onward to Vernworth Castle. Let us make for the palace, that you might investigate Minister Allard's chambers. Though I cannot enter the palace myself, I will at least escort you to the entrance.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Our road was a long one, but here we are. Apologies, Master.
You are the Arisen, yes? Follow me! Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced.
Have you heard the news? The new recruits are to be sent out to Melve. Melve, I say. I'm not sure. It's beyond my care.
I wish the Minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere. There are times when no one's standing watch there at all.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin to request a private audience.
Or perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be...
Such quietude. Polish up my gear for the morrow.
Well, well. We meet again. Is this stealthy business becoming a habit of yours?
Oi! Who goes there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. Is that all you have to say for yourself? 'Tis sweet of you to mind your manners, but such niceties won't get you far with me. Something tells me this shan't be the last I see of you. Off you go now. Off you go now. If you wish to speak further...
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
It would be a wasted opportunity not to make our delivery while we're here.
We need only pass our burden into the hands that await it.
Tis as you say. Now we must report to Captain Brandt. That's the way of things, is it not? Follow me, Master, a few words. I'll bring you to the one you seek. Right, just follow me.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain, though 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. This does not bode well at all. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund and its neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief, I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melv? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phasus fellow, but what precisely is their aim?
As a reward, you will of course require raiment befitting of the occasion. There is much we ought to tend to, or shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so afore we depart. Your majesty, that attire, it may be unsuitable. 'Tis a formal affair, you see. I apologize for my brusqueness, but pray, seek out proper raiment. I shall await you. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If Your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so afore we depart. Your Majesty, that attire... I apologize for my... Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we were...
Need anything?
Well met, sir. Perhaps you might provide me with some inspiration. Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour. Much obliged. This inspires...
naught but misgivings. Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the road. Despite the hour. Much obliged.
What to make of this?
Lots to be taken care of.
There is much we ought to tend to. Aught shall change. If your majesty has any unfinished business, very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your majesty would do well to get a good night's rest.
Master, pray leave this place. My body, it refuses to obey me. There is a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power has arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the Godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true arisen. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this Godsway's power, proving your majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed. Allow me to speak to the agent we captured some days past. Perchance he knows aught of use.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this Godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder.
There is much we ought to tend to. Pray, is there aught else you would speak of, your majesty? Pray, is there aught else you would speak of, your majesty? Do not forget that we work to...
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour. Much obliged. Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the road. Despite the hour. You know where to find me.
Nice place, this. I'm in no...
I see the pretty winds blowing.
If I got there now, I'd literally...
Oh, how I've longed to embrace my bedroll.
Good morrow, everyone.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Shall we get underway? Now we must report to Captain Brandt. That's the way of things, is it not?
Fancy a look at my wares? Welcome to Bjorn's, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check price, just remember... Misers die early deaths. Many thanks. I appreciate the business.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Stop by again soon.
I do so enjoy stocking up on supplies.
We mustn't overspend.
Right you are.
We've arrived, but not so our quarry. Can it be we've mistaken the hour of our meeting?
Welcome.
Pleasant breeze. You feeling generous, sir? Want to let...
There is much we ought to... If the information I believe it is worthy of it. Yet official dealings Fortunately for us, however, it is an entry permit, allowing passage through Batal's fortress. It even bears the crest of the Batali Palace. I doubt any would dare impede your passage with... There is one other thing. An oracle who once served in the Vermondian court now resides in Batal. This oracle foretold the coming of the Arisen and was banished from the kingdom when her prophecy displeased the Queen Regent. Indeed, 'twas by this same oracle's power that the oracle knows much of the Arisen. Should you make her acquaintance, she may be able to offer you aid during your infiltration.
Master. I'd not leave this unread.
Shall we take a closer look?
Perhaps a journey to Batal will aid us in unraveling the secrets of the gods.
You the Arisen? Sven wants to meet with you. Says he'll be waiting in his quarters.
Very well. I shall return.
The world could use more places like this.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
They can be most convenient, though they only travel during the day.
I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
My back's so stiff after a day's
As a matter of fact, curious thing. One of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
Now there's a thought.
'Tis a bit far. Perhaps we might employ the services of an ox cart.
Suppose I ought to earn my pay.
A merchant, eh? Have you an entry permit? Hold a moment. That cart has priority. Lord Phaesus is come! Open the gates! So, you seek to enter Batal, I presume? I'll have to check your permit. Go on through.
I shall suffer none to disturb this peace.
There's a poultry repast.
I'm starving, I am.
to think of it, I long to make things right after what transpired at the coronation. What baleful art could grant one other than the Arisen control over pawns?
I shall be proud to serve you, Arisen.
So, after breaking free of the chains of slavery that once bound you to this land, you return of your own volition. This is good. I am relieved to see that you are fulfilling your charge. Now, 'twould be advantageous for you and your home to visit the Rockmaster's Burrow in Bakbatal. Methinks 'tis where you will find that which you seek. Farewell.
I never thought I'd say this, but we've become inseparable.
Our combined...
Watch out for the knackers, Master!
Let my magic use your weapon with the fury of the elements!
Then.
I grant you fire's blaze! Use it well! Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it. One can see well into the distance from here.
Vermont has its charms, but so too Batal. This rumour has been troubling me ever since I first caught wind of it. Apparently, there is an illness in corners of the patch beyond the rift that makes us dangerous to ourselves and others. Symptoms include attitude and overconfidence, and in the end, turn our backs on our master and our duty.
Terrible. We shall have to be alert for signs of the sickness among us. Tis the mark of a champion to prevail with weapons sheathed.
We need reinforcements over here.
Be sure to avoid broken flames.
Lay down your arms.
There's a campsite nearby if seems we've enemies in our midst. I suppose I'll handle this.
I knew you would prevail, Mark.
Would seem I've some catching up to do.
Stand. Stay with me, Arisen. Wait a moment. Certainly Arisen. How might I be of aid? Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.